See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. Chapter 2. Causes of a Poor Self-Image. Segment 2. Your Self-Image. What is this chapter about? In this chapter 1, Ziglar introduces the forces that steal your belief in yourself. Now, in chapter 2, he goes deeper. He asks a very important question. Why do so many people have a poor self-image? This chapter looks carefully at the root causes. Where does a poor self-image begin? Who is responsible, and how does it grow over time? Understanding the causes is the first step toward real healing and change. The world we grew up in. Ziglar begins by looking at the world around us. He says that we live in a world that is without meaning to be, very negative. Think about a normal day. You wake up and listen to the news. The news is mostly bad. Crime, problems, disasters, conflicts. You go to work or school. People complain, people criticize, people compare. Even the language people use every day is often negative. Don't do that. You can't do this. That will never work. Be careful, something will go wrong. Ziglar says that from the very first days of our lives, we are surrounded by more no than yes, more can't than can, more don't than do. This negative environment is like rain falling on soft ground. Over time it soaks in and it shapes how we see ourselves, often without us even knowing it. The home where it often begins. Ziglar says that the most powerful place that shapes our self-image is the home, especially in childhood. Parents are the most important people in child's life. Children believe everything their parents say. If a parent says you are wonderful, the child believes it. If a parent says you are hopeless, the child believes it too. Most parents love their children deeply, but love alone is not always enough. Many parents, without realizing it, damage their child's self-image through the way they speak and act. For example, a child spills a glass of milk. The parents say, "You're so clumsy, you always make a mess." The parent is frustrated in that moment. They forget the words quickly, but the child does not forget. The child begins to think, "I'm clumsy, I'm always make mistakes. Something is wrong with me. Ziglar says this happens in millions of homes every day. Small moments, careless words, but they add up into a heavy weight that, that a child and later an adult carries for many years. Comparison is silent destroyer. One of the most damaging causes of a poor self-image is comparison. Parents sometimes compare their children to brothers, sister, other children. Why can't you be more like your sister? Your brother now has this problem. Look at how well the neighbor's son is doing. Teach him to do it too. Teacher, do it too. Society does it. Even friends do it. Ziglar says, comparison is deeply harmful because it sends one clear message: you're not enough as you are. There is always someone smart, better, more successful, and you are being measured against them and found lacking. This creates a feeling of permanent inadequacy. No matter what you do, it is never quite good enough. No matter how hard you try, someone is always ahead of you. Over time, a person stops trying. Why try if you will always fall short? School and society. The home is not the only place where poor self-image grows. Ziglar also talks about school. In school, children are graded, ranked, and evaluated constantly. The child who gets top marks is praised. The child who struggles is often ignored, or worse, made to feel ashamed. A child who has difficulty reading may be called slow. Child who is not good at mathematics may feel stupid. A child who is quiet and shy may be overlooked entirely. Ziegler points out something very important. School measures only certain grades of intelligence. Child who is wonderful with their hands, or incredibly kind, or brilliant creative. These gifts are often not celebrated in traditional classroom. So many children leave school with a report card that says average or below average, and they carry that label for the rest of their lives. They believe they are not intelligent. They believe they are not capable. They believe they are not ordinary at best. But Ziegler says that report card was measuring the wrong things. The media and impossible standards. Ziegler also talks about another powerful cause of Poor self-image. The images we see in the world around us. Many magazines, television, and advertising show us pictures of perfect people, perfect bodies, perfect faces, perfect homes, perfect families, perfect lives. And everyday, ordinary people look at these images and compare themselves. They look in the mirror and feel disappointed. They look at their home and feel it is not good enough. They look at their lives and they feel it does not measure up. Ziglar says, these images are not real. They are carefully created, are not real. They are carefully created pictures designed to sell product, but the damage they do to self-image is very real. The cycle of poor self-image. Ziglar explains something very important in this chapter. A poor self-image fits itself. Here is how the cycle works. You believe you are not capable, so you do not try difficult things. You do not grow or improve, so you have favor suggests, so you believe even more strongly that you are not capable. It goes around and around. Each time the poor self-image gets stronger. Each time the walls around your potential gets higher. This is why Ziglar says breaking the cycle is so urgent. Every day you stay inside this cycle is another day your true potential is locked away. Nobody is born with a poor self-image. Here is one of the most powerful ideas in this chapter. Babies do not have a poor self-image. Watch a baby learn to walk. They fall down, they get up, they fall again, they get up again. They do not say, I am such a failure, I will never learn to walk. They simply try again and again and again. Children are born with natural confidence, natural curiosity, natural courage. The poor self-image comes later. It is learned, it is taught accidentally by the world around us. And Ziglar says, if it was learned, it can be unlearned. If it was built, it can be rebuilt. That is the great hope of this chapter.